And the stream. All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to Movie Review 30 live stream edition. And this one is going to be about the stream. All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to Movie Review 30 live stream edition. All right. So, anywho, this will be about the latest installment of the Star Wars franchise, that being Star Wars Visions, now on Disney Plus. We brought these things for these occasions.
Yeah, I hope there's no echoing of us.
And oh, don't worry, there won't be. I already have that taken care of. And hey, John, welcome to the live stream. For this live stream, this will be an hour long, so I hope you have that timer set.
Oh, wait. Yep, set.
So here's how this is going to go down. We're going to be talking about every single episode in this anthology series within an hour.
And now you're wondering, what we thought of this. Well,
it was pretty good. So we're gonna judge every single episode individually, the ones that were released in the chronological order they are released in a sense.
And heads up, spoilers. And also another thing, when George Lucas did the original trilogy, it's like he ripped off a couple of Japanese films, and now Japan, it's like they're stealing it back.
Pretty much. So without further ado, let us begin.
In the very first episode, it is The Duel, which is pretty much an homage to Kurosawa films.
Ironic, given that one that inspired Star Wars was one of Kurosawa's work, that being The Hidden Fortress.
So it opens up with this Ronin guy who is
simply dubbed Ronin,
who is just like minding his own business is in this middle of a village, but then a bunch of bandits come in and start wrecking shit.
Pretty much.
And it's led by a Sith Lord who wields a freaking umbrella lightsaber.
That is also a lightsaber. That's also its own lightsaber. So yeah, that's kind of fucking cool.
So Roman sees all of this. Oh yeah, before that, like she does one to the.
Yeah, basically impales one of the Guardians there. So basically this Ronin comes towards the leader of the bandits and stops the leader's lightsaber with the Force, which says, "Oh, a Jedi!" But then his lightsaber turns red. He was a former Sith,
and the two pretty much like duke it out, and I guess it's a really cool fight between them.
Pretty much.
And also he has this like droid that sort of looks like R2, but it's not R2 because another thing, all these episodes are not canon to the.
Pretty much. Hey, Fiona.
And then it was like we would thought the Ronin's hiding in the waterfall when the Sith attacked, but then she
attacked the statue, and the sheath that held the Ronin's lightsaber was another lightsaber. So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
And yeah, she gets impaled and dies, and Ronin heads back to the village, and it takes a little red crystal piece and
gives it to the chieftain, who is a child, should I remind you, and says it will protect you from evil spirits, and leaves. And that's about it. And it was a pretty good episode, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I would say, well, that's a start.
And what I love about it is that it not only does nods to Akira Kurosawa, but it also does the nods from Star Wars Legends, given the leader is based on another infamous character, Lumaya.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, moving on to episode 2, Tatooine Rhapsody.
So yeah, this isn't a rock opera. Basically, it's about a Jedi who runs into a, I don't know the name of the Hutt species, so if anybody can correct me, please feel free to do so.
And the Jedi's name is like Jay, right?
Yeah, who's voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Who I may know him from Dark Knight Rises, and also
he was also, wasn't he in Shazam, or was I? Or am I thinking of someone else?
No, you're thinking of someone else. That was Zachary Levi as Shazam.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
So instead of then cuts to like years later, and Jay's part of a band with the same HUD, a female droid,
and this weird
3-headed demon
He-Man reject thing.
Yeah, he almost looks like he belongs in a He-Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they, but yeah, so they like singing song, but then Boba Fett comes in.
Yep, he takes the hut, and so after, tries to capture the hut, given Jabba's orders. So he pursues them, catches them, and Jay tries to use his lightsaber, but it's practically broken at that point. So he just leaves. So he leaves, and Jay's pretty distraught about this. So practically to basically save him from being executed publicly, what they do is pretty much perform in front of an entire audience,
and even Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, and even Jabba is actually fond of this, and he goes to the point, "Hey, how would you like to be our sponsor?" So basically, they agree, and that's the end of the story. It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
it was a pretty decent way to.
Yeah, I actually thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, there was it didn't really have a big baddie in it. Well, even though Jabba is a slime ball.
And pretty much.
And also the live art, the stage it's from Phantom Menace, with the pod race.
All right.
So yeah, that's about it with that. And now we move on to Brock's favorite episode, the twins.
Oh yeah. One I like about this is two things. One, it was done by the same guy who did Tenga Toppa Gurren Lagann, and it's also a nod to an old legend story about Force using twins, who would be in the place of Han Solo and Princess Leia's children.
I remember in one older episodes, you're like, "Huh, I didn't know Kylo Ren was Jason Solo's son."
And that was a joke, because Kylo Ren is basically the canon equivalent to Jason Solo, who would later be Darth Caedus.
Anyway, back to the episode. So it starts off with this Star Destroyer, which is two molded into one, and we meet our two Sith Lords, the brother and sister. But immediately the brother is not so fun with this, and he steals the crystal.
Basically, because the crystal is really super fucking dangerous.
Yeah, and he gets caught by the stormtroopers, and he attacks it. But then, as he trying to make his escape, he's caught by his sister very easily.
Yep.
And they have a huge argument, disagreement of what.
At the cost of countless stormtroopers, and the Star Destroyer practically being destroyed.
Yeah, and so yeah, and they start duking it out,
basically like that, but with a ton of crazy shit.
And they fight in space. Yeah, literal space.
Yep.
And it would beg the question: how are they breathing in space?
Well, it's the Force, so anything goes.
Okay, that's true. And one thing, the brothers try and get away from all this, but then the sister managed to.
She basically takes that big, dangerous, bad kyber crystal, puts it into her chest, and now she has several lightsaber forms.
And the brother only has one piece left, and puts it on his lightsaber, and it's a rainbow lightsaber.
Well,
a rainbow, motherfucker!
All right.
So yeah, the big lightsaber duel between them is just insane, but great. And,
Yep.
But then things get a little more crazy when the sisters are going all almost like a DBZ kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And-
So basically, the little robot buddy, RO4, I think his name is, basically rescues the brother, and so they have an idea to jump to hyperspace, to activate hyper engines, and so he has that big lightsaber turn really, really big, and cuts the lightsaber like a slice of cake, and manages to cut the kyber crystal out of her chest, and they crash land on Tatooine, and they both live, so it's a happy ending.
And the sister's actually still alive. Like, I always thought that was gonna kill her.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, those who run away lives to fight another day.
Pretty much.
So yeah, that's that, and that episode was so freaking badass.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on to the Village Bride.
All right. So this one is pretty good, but not what I expected. It's about a Jedi during the Clone Wars is assigned to a planet that's basically held by the balls by the Separatist forces, or the CIS, also known as Confederacy of Independent Systems. Well, that's as reliable as North Korea's the name of North Korea's government, but that's beside the point.
Yep.
So basically, their idea is the bride, after getting married, will be sacrificed to the Separatist forces after they basically fuck up their world.
And her sister's not having any of this. Like, this is...
Yeah, but eventually their uprising gets usurped, and before the sister could get executed, the Jedi basically saves her, and a fight ensues, which results in the ship blowing up, the battle droids being deactivated, and the Separatists basically being defeated.
And she says, "May the Force be with him." And before that, she just killed that guy by cutting his head and collapses and dies.
Yep.
And so the bride thanks her for saving her and her village, and the Jedi, she flies away, and that's it.
Yeah, and all right, what's the next one?
Well, one thing, you told me earlier that you thought it was going to be like an LG.
I thought the Jedi was going to fall in love with the princess, but that didn't go through, and that's kind of disappointing. I kind of love to see an LGBTQ friendly type of thing.
Well, for right now, we just enjoy this episode for what it is.
That I can respect.
Yeah. Maybe for future installments.
All right.
So, oh yeah, next one, the Ninth Jedi.
All right. So this one kind of has that. If anybody knows about Bionicle, it's about 6 heroes who come together and fight a great evil. It kind of does that, but kind of pulls it on its head in a bit of a sense. There's about 8 Jedi who are basically, and I use that term loosely because something's afoot. And the Sabersmith's daughter is tasked to give these lightsabers to them before her father dies at the hands of Sith hunters.
Yeah.
And the Jedi hunters, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, so the daughter gets away from the Jedi hunters, and this is cool shot, really awesome shot when she gets out of her vehicle and slices the Jedi hunters' vehicle. And it's like, that was a cool shot. Oh yeah, one thing about her lightsaber, it's freaking big.
Oh yeah.
Like, and you're wondering, how big is it?
Well, when it...
Go on.
It's mostly like Darth Vader's lightsaber, according to lore. I don't know which one. Where it can kind of extend to like a normal size or a little bit longer, like Lino's sword and the robot chicken Wizard of Oz skin.
thunder, 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 thunder. Yeah, thunder, thunder, thunder.
Pretty much that, yeah.
So then she managed to get away, and she meets up with this droid who just likes to drink booze. No, I'm serious. I'm not making that up.
Yeah, and so it turns out, though, some of those Jedi are actually Sith, and
Yeah, she delivers a lightsaber, and yeah, like you said,
and there's only one good Jedi, and there's only one Sith / fallen Jedi.
and then we meet this masked character who I thought was the villain, but
Turns out he's the good guy, and it kind of gave me an idea for a future for a potential pandemic character.
so yeah, they have this big, cool, epic lightsaber duel, sort of like this,
Yeah.
sort of like.
Hang on.
Oh, I mean, yeah, and one of the Sith Lord falls into like a pit and gets vaporized.
Yeah.
So they win the day, and
they win the day, and they basically go on the ship, which looks bad, but it's actually a good guy ship, and they fly off.
Yeah, and the daughter says, "Will I ever find my father again?" And the math character said, "Yes, we will." And again, they fly off, and that's it. And I was like, this could be a potential to have this be a series.
Oh yeah,
but only time will tell if it ever does. All right. Moving on is the one that is pretty much highly inspired by Astro Boy, TOB1.
Pretty much.
Which is a really endearing and
the scientist is played by Kyle Chandler, who you know better as Bruce Baxter from King Kong,
Mr. Russell from
Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong.
Well, I think it's Mark Russell.
Yeah, it could be Mark Russell.
Oh, hi, Mark. So the creator is sort of like Dr. Light.
Yeah.
And one thing about this childlike droid is like he wants to be like a Jedi someday, but
yeah, but his creator is not really comfortable about it, and you'll find out. And we find out why. He was formerly a Jedi before Order 66 was a thing.
Yeah, so he like goes around to find like some like crystal that his grandfather told him, or he told himself.
Yeah.
But to no avail. But then he finds this ship.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, sorry, that's my. There was a text. Anyway, let's continue.
And he starts playing around with it, but then triggers it by giving the Empire's attention.
So yeah, a Sith warrior comes in, basically kills the scientist.
And the scientist turned out to be a Jedi.
I believe I just said that.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Anywho, so he finds so TOB1 finds the lightsaber. Before, yeah, and also hold a TV stream that to basically give the planet life once again by making plants and all that crap. And so he practically faces the big Sith warrior and wins.
Yeah, and the lightsaber fight with them, that was also pretty cool. And he did lose his arm a bit, but he managed to keep fighting back, and telling himself that he's pretty much a Jedi, and he pretty much kills that big bulky Sith Lord, and I was like, good riddance.
Yeah.
So yeah, after that, like he builds himself his own ship and takes one of his droid friends with him, and then flies off into space, and that's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's like you said earlier. This one is a very endearing episode. Like,
oh yeah,
even though it could get pretty dark, well, it's dark in a good way.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that, and now, the next one, The Elder.
What I like about this one is that it has the elements of horror in it.
Yeah, and best of all, David Harper.
And James Hong.
Yeah, David Harper as this like Jedi along with his Padawan,
Yep.
where they are in hyperspace going to this like planet, and the Jedi is sensing this dark presence,
Yep.
and like he hasn't felt before. And the Padawan is like, but wait, wasn't the Sith destroyed many years ago? And so yeah, again, they arrive in this village, and you just made a joke that one of the villagers are like something you see out of Avatar.
I basically said, so I have to make sure that we are in the right franchise.
Yeah. Again, those villagers look like they belong in Avatar.
Hey, Eric.
Oh, hi, Eric.
All right. Glad you could join us.
And also when the Jedi is having a conversation with the villagers, that the Padawan sees a bunch of kids like are curious, and then he like winks at them.
Yep. It's kind of a adorable interaction, I guess.
Oh, I agree, and they start like investigating this. They mention about this like elder guys. Yeah. Where causing some havoc, where they see his ship, and then one of the animals that has
this clear cut across its body, and it's revealed to be the elder.
Yep, and the Padawan is the first one to meet the Ella, and oh boy, let's talk about this character. This creepy old man. Once again, played by James Hong.
Too spoopy for me.
And so, can we talk about this character?
He's spoopy
and creepy.
Yep.
Like, I mean, yeah. So yeah, they have this like. The Padawan asks him, "Are you a Sith?"
Well, he says he isn't. I mean, he basically disaffiliated himself with that group, and then leads to a really intense and brutal fight.
Yeah, and fortunately, the Padawan loses, but thankfully not killed.
And so David Harper's character comes in and basically faces him, but he is more lucky this time.
Yeah, and I can hardly see your face.
See me? You see me? No, you don't. You see me? No, you don't. You see me? No, you don't.
Okay, knock it off.
Okay.
And so yeah, they come face to face, but David Harper's character breaks one of his lightsabers and shoots out electricity. But then the Padawan managed to distract him a bit. But then David Harper
turns it off, turns on, and kills him.
Yeah.
But not before the Elder basically causes his ship to explode, and he crumbles to dust, similar to the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal.
I was also thought his body would fade away.
I think that's only for Jedi, given Jedi and Mystics only do that.
It only happens with like older Sith Lords for that, to turn to dust.
Probably.
So yeah, fortunately they didn't get the clues they wanted, so
yeah.
But hey, at least they survived.
Yeah, how much time passed?
Oh, we only got 37 minutes. Damn.
Not too shabby. How many more episodes do we have left?
2 more.
All right, let's get this.
Wait. Hang. All right. Next is episode 8, Lope and the Lope and Ocho.
Yeah, this is where the series takes a darker turn.
Yeah. Where we meet this bunny girl named Lope, who is scavenging.
Well, who's basically an alien rabbit thing whose people were enslaved, and she's now on the run.
Yeah, and she meets up with her meets her adopted father and sister Ocho, and they welcome her and they pretty much adopt her. And Ocho says, "We're gonna be a proper family."
Foreshadowing.
So they take a hologram picture, and then 7 years later,
Everything goes to shit.
care to oh, every freaking time. So, because 2 years later, and now she sees there was a big difference going on with her adopted father and Ocho.
Well, the thing is, since the Empire basically occupies the planet, the father has a sworn responsibility to ensure that that they are protected. But whereas she wants to submit to the Empire, and sorry, what is this? Anywho, so basically, it kind of got so after the conversation between Loco and Ocho is joins the Empire, and
And she bites her own finger, and then
puts red across her eyes and cuts her tail off, like the hairbrain thing.
And Lope is really heartbroken about this.
So he tells her father this, and he gives her the lightsaber that was passed down from a Jedi eons ago. And eventually, there is a uprising again in a docking bay between Ocho and her father. Ocho gets the upper hand until Lope comes in with the lightsaber. She wins, but she doesn't convince him to come back to the light, and she leaves.
Damn.
So yeah, I actually thought this was gonna be like some theft thing, but theft or event like theft hijinks or some crap, but it really wasn't. It was increasingly dark. And speaking of which, we saved the darkest for last.
And also, one more thing before we get to the last one, I would probably say Lope is probably my new favorite Star Wars character, and I mean the Bunny Girl.
All right, on to the last one.
Akakiri.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, where do we begin with the last one?
This is gonna be a kick in the balls. All right, so Dean,
So
who wants to go first?
You.
All right, it starts with this Jedi who lands on who crash lands via B-wing.
Meets up with a comedic duo, one of them being voiced by George Takei. Oh my.
And the funny thing is, they look like Ed and Double T from Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. And the Jedi meets up with his love interest, who is voiced by Jamie Chung.
I can't remember where she was from.
She was Go-Go in Big Hero 6.
Oh, that's true.
So,
all right, now I remember.
Continue.
So, yeah, they basically said, hey, I am exiled. My sister's taken power and killed my father. Please help me. So they journey to the kingdom. They fight off some guards. They meet the sister, and he basically manipulates the Jedi to kill his love, and then she manipulates him into resurrecting her through using dark Sith energy. And he joins them. They leave. The end. So yeah, that was a kick in the nuts.
Damn! And when I saw that, I was like, damn.
Yeah, I really hope they have like sequels to these episodes. I'm not sure they will, but hey, one can hope.
And or we could I mean, if this anime does well, they could probably do like a second season.
Most likely.
And so now let's go over which episodes that stood out to us.
All right, let's see how much time we have left though.
31.
Jeez.
So let's go over what were our favorite episodes.
It's kind of hard to pick which one is the best of the best. I mean, I like all of them for what they are.
Yeah.
So it would be comparing them to apples and oranges to me.
So yeah, I actually really love all episodes for what they are as well. We actually kind of welcome them because these anime shorts were made by fans for the fans.
Well, it was mostly made in Japan though, but that's beside the point.
Well, exactly, pretty much. And And I actually kind of like the English dub.
I didn't know there was a Japanese dub. All right.
I wonder what it would be like if George Lucas saw Star Wars Visions.
I think he'd be happy. I mean, after all, The Mandalorian, he did get to hold Grogu.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, I'm probably going to show you this after the stream. But that reminds me, what else do we have to talk about left now?
We could talk about like the animation.
Yeah, so the animation
for each one.
Yeah, they kind of vary from episode to episode. The Twins was obviously done by the same guys who did Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, and the Duel was basically in the style of Akira Kurosawa.
The one that Tatooine Rhapsody was almost like a chibi version of
Chibi.
Yeah, that's what I said. Chibi.
All right.
And TOB1 had a more like
an Astro Boy or Mega Man type of thing. I mean, let's face it, the professor kind of reminds me of Dr. Light.
That's what I said.
No, I said that.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Lopen Ocho was almost like another like Kurosawa thing, but with colors. Or
how so?
I don't know, like or maybe Shakespeare. No, wait.
I think the last one was basically Shakespeare's Hamlet, except.
Oh, you mean Akakiri? What's pretty much Shakespeare?
Yeah.
And again, I really did enjoy Village Bride.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
And Nice Gyro was like the longest one out of all the others.
Oh yeah,
like a 20, because I heard it was originally going to be like 10 episodes, but I mean, Night Gyro would be like a 2-part, but they decided to just let it be just one single episode.
Pretty much. How much time is left now?
28. Like,
oh boy. All right, what else can we talk about then?
I'm thinking. Oh yeah, we would like to give like a big shout out to.
While we're editing this, Jackie Chan was nice enough to give us his cameo for the next episode of Pandemic. He will be in this, so please stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, and we can't give away what it is, but that skit he did for us. What?
Careful, do not spoil.
I'm not spoiling anything. Just calm down. Like, we just couldn't stop laughing when.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. So.
Yeah, while you were setting this up, I just couldn't. I was losing my shit.
Yeah. All right.
And do you think there'll be a chance of Jax seeing Star Wars Visions?
I'll probably have to ask him later, but that's beside the point. Anyway,
so
how much time's left?
27 minutes.
What else can we talk about? There's not much left to talk about.
Well, I could tell you about that droid kid too. I mean, TOB1, that he was voiced by an actual kid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Right?
I guess the kid must be like a Star Wars fan, I guess.
Most likely, but hey, at least he didn't get like the Jake Lloyd treatment.
Please, no.
All right, so what else can we talk about?
Well, we could talk about that after we had pizza.
So yeah, I guess there's not much to talk about. I mean, we saw the series. We saw So all we can say here is,
So we would highly recommend Star Wars Vision if you
Yeah,
guys have Disney Plus.
yeah, it's something to pass the time. And you don't have to see them in any specific order. So
I mean, you could probably watch them in alphabetical order, which I think we should have done.
or you can just watch one and just watch the others later. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to end it right here. I mean, there's not much left to talk about. So yeah, I guess that's about it.
So
This is Brock McGinnis
ending from both of us from Light Post Films.
signing off, and have a good rest of your day.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.
Sayonara.